very weak voice. Who was that? Well, let's try again. Hey, good evening. 2-meter VHF weak signal net, Bozo Net, K6MYC, calling, looking south, looking for KV6RQU, N6SWR, and others.
KJ6TYO, 1009.
1009, hello, Ron. Good signal.
Yeah.
WA6AJ, 727.
Well, good evening, Mike. Good to hear you here on a Sunday night. I don't think your partner's here on a Sunday night. There was.
No, he probably won't show up.
Anyway, you're sounding good.
Just a comment. I think Trump has met his last stand.
Oh, I don't think so.
You don't think he's going to go for it?
Oh, I think he's running out of patience. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I might have misworded that. Iran is going to meet their last stand.
Yeah, they're going to start getting hammered. My philosophy, and it's oversimplified, of course, but I don't know where the Revolutionary Guard basically is stationed. But I would hit the largest quantity of Revolutionary Guard people I could right off the bat, hit that, and maybe the power station that feeds the main government offices and stuff like that as the first strike, and then wait a half a day and see what they say.
Yeah, I agree with the IRGC. I mean, they can't all be held up in caves.
Well, I think we know where they are.
They know where they are.
Yeah, they know where they are, but I don't know if we know where they are. We want to hit them. You've got to have still somebody to talk to, perhaps, maybe not. Maybe you eliminate that too, but I think you're always going to find you're going to have somebody that you're going to talk to that still is part of the old system, but maybe coming to their senses a little bit. Anyway, yeah, it's coming to ahead here. I don't think it's going to. I think things will start happening by Wednesday or perhaps even sooner. Anyway, it's going to be messy, but I guess we have to do it. If they just don't get it.
Charlie Echo Fox 982.
Hello, Daryl.
Hi, Mike. I completely agree with your view there.
Okay, dit. That would be, who would that be? Dit. Go ahead.
WB6JMP 107.
There it is, 249. Okay, I hear you, Dane. 107. Got you. Good evening. 107, and we got 249 up there in Nevada, off the back of the beam. Good evening, Richard. We'll be up there way in a while. Over.
Kilo 6, Victor Bravo Golf 971.
Roger, we'll hear you. Thank you, Richard. Thank you. Be up there in a bit. KD6BQ in a group, K6MYC, and Dave, I have you, K6BBG 971.
Roger.
KK6, ZKE 704.
704. Now, let me ask before I get you, Terry, how's your cold coming along there, Dave? BBG, how's your cold doing? You're suffering through. Are you getting better? This warm weather today help?
Yeah, a little bit. It helped out a little bit. Yeah, still a lot of green gut coming out.
Yeah, I know how that is. Okay. Very good. And good evening to you, Terry. Sounds good over here. And how's the projects coming?
Well, I got some parts coming in for a little Briggs & Stratton I'm working on, so I'll out the valves and see how that goes.
Oh, a little engine work now, huh?
Yeah, I got to get back to basics once in a while.
Okay. You saw the joke about the guy that said, Jesus, I'm so happy I was able to fill my whole tank for $50 in gas. Now I can mow my lawn again.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Bruce.
That Briggs and Stratton running, but bring out your wallet right with it.
Roger that.
Okay. Anyway. Okay. Well, we had a wonderful day here. It was glorious. Unfortunately, I guess I had a sleepless night. It wasn't sleepless, but I must have been never really went to sleep. Boy, I got up this morning, and the next thing I know, I'm sitting down in the chair, and 10:30 comes, and the next thing I know, it's 2 o'clock. And I woke up in a hurry at 2 o'clock. That wasn't good. And I had a whole hour and a half or two of trying to get up through the last bit of haze that was around me. God, what a day. It was a nice day to do it in, though. At least I wasn't cold. Anyway, we drove around the property and had a nice day after that, but I sure didn't want to sleep all day. It's funny because when all of a sudden I start feeling normal about this time of day, and then of course I'm at 11 o'clock at night, I'm wide awake, and I lay that way till 3 or 4 in the morning. Anyway, enough of that crap. Let's see if anybody else down south is on. How about you, Rick? You should be in here. You haven't checked in for a week or so now. KB6RQU, old Bozo 61. How about N6SWR? How about you, Ben?
Out here in the high desert looking out there in the Central Valley. Anybody want to check into Southern California? KG6USS 831, high desert.
Yeah, I hear you, 831, KG6USS, K6MYC, Bozo 47, John, over.
Hey, Mike, how you doing tonight?
Well, we're doing fine. You're not real strong up here at the moment, but it might be just for me. Let's see, Mike, are you hearing him at all there?
I have to get my antenna going.
Yeah, I guess there was a rocket that just went off here a little bit ago. I'm seeing a trail up here by the mid-moon, so maybe that's affecting some of the transmission there, copy?
KM6SRR.
KM6SRR, how you doing, Rob?
Good evening, Rob.
Doing good, John. KG6USS, KM6SRR. Yeah, I'm hearing you pretty good, normal or maybe a little better.
Oh, Roger. I appreciate that. Anybody else out your way that want to check in with me?
AJ, have you got your antenna pointed down there?
Yeah, I was trying to dial it in. KG6USS, WA6 AAJ 727, over.
727. Got you on the list, I think. Good deal.
He's weak for me tonight.
Yeah, he got your 727. And how about, let's see, did I hear you in here, Rob?
Yes, sir, Mike. K6MYC, KM6SR, and we've got old Bozo 1200 home now.
Oh, very good, very good. Did you check in with John? I was distracted for a second there.
Yes, I did.
Okay, got your 432 and your 1200. And I think that's all the big guns we have on frequency for you at the moment, John, over.
No, copy that. Yeah, I heard 727 come in really shooting strong there. I got him on the list. You say 1200 also?
Well, 1200, you could put her down. That's Rob's wife, KN6UKN, over.
Got it. K6UKN. Got it. All right, very good. So I got 47, 432, 727, and 1200.
Yeah, give your wife's call to him again, Rob, phonetically.
It's Kilo November 6, uniform Kilo November.
Got it. Okay, Rob, thank you. I got it on the list there. And that's a good deal. All right, if there's anybody else, stand by 1 more minute here before we get back to net control in Southern California.
All quiet on the western front here.
All right, cool the gun. This is KG6USS, Bozo 831 up here in the high desert, and we're back to net control on the vertical.
7-3, John. Thank you. Good evening. Okay, we're still waiting for N6SWR, but there was a lot of clutter on there. Ben, you may have tried to get through there. But N6SWR, are you with us tonight, Ben? Over. I'm hearing John on the vertical, but I don't hear Ben. Okay. Well, let's see. Is there anybody else who wants to check in here before we spin over toward Tascadero? This is K6MYC Bozo 47, calling the Central and Northern California Bozo Net on 240 and 144-240.
Whiskey 6 Papa Echo, 620.
There he is. Hi, Mike. W6 Papa Echo. Pretty good signal tonight off the backside. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mike. Good to hear you. Good to be here. Yep. Just got off the net. I have a Aries net on Sunday nights at 7:30, and tonight was my night to be net control. Fortunately, it was a short net, not a lot of check-ins tonight, so I was able to get back over here and check in as well. But yeah, good to hear you on here. Of course, you got a good signal. You always got a good signal. So that's about it. W6PE.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm glad you came over. Don't ever have to shortcut that net to get over here, because I can hear you regardless of where you are and where I'm pointed. And so no problem there. Let's see, Dane, are you still with us? I kind of shortcutted you there. I heard you. But I was getting USS in Southern California at the same time there. WB6JNP, K6MYC. Okay, Dane's probably back in the kitchen making dinner.
AJ6PD 1237.
Oh, there he is, AJ6PD. Good evening, Tony.
Good evening, Michael. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing okay. I would expect that you have not heard from Frank. Frank ate some bad tortillas off of a truck here a couple of days ago, and he's been running around not very far from the Blue Room. Over. Did you copy that, Tony?
Yeah, I did. I totally understand. Not a problem. Yeah, we'll just wait. And yeah, I just wanted to share with you, I was able to work station W6RO on 40 meters. That's the station on the Queen Mary Friday afternoon. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, okay. What band was that, 40?
Yeah, Roger, 40 meters.
Okay. Where's the Queen Mary station? Is it down in L.A. right now in Long Beach Harbor?
Long Beach, Roger.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Give me the call of the station again. It's very similar to N6RO up here, it sounds like. Is it? What's the call on the Queen Mary?
Whiskey 6 Romeo Oscar, W6RO.
Okay, see, we've got N6RO here. That's Ken up in Oakley near Vacaville there. All righty, very good. Well, congratulations, you're having some fun on the HF bands here.
Okay, thank you for the check-in. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired myself right now, so we're going to say 73 and call it a night. AJ6PD 1237, and I'll be QRT.
Okay, we got you, Tony. Thanks very much. Good to hear you.
K6US.
K6 Uniform Sugar, 1079. How about the other half?
Yep, yeah, 1079 and 1100, and the boys in Atascadero are chomping at the bit. I keep hearing them chatting away in the background. So, so Atascadero is there when you get over that direction. K6US.
Yeah, well, we'll go I'm going to give one more call for Ben. Ben, N6SWR. Rob, why don't you call Ben? I mean, I've recalibrated the antenna here, and it doesn't seem like it's quite where it should be, but I don't know. I have to hear a couple of more stations that I know where they are so I can be sure. KM6SRR in the group, and call Bozo 61 also, K6MYC. Rob must be downstairs eating dinner. Okay. Well, let me do it this way then. N6SWR or KB6RQU. Last call before we come back later for you guys if you're going to be there. N6SWR, Ben. KB6RQU, Rick? Nothing heard. Okay, Rick, Rob, and Ron. Jesus, mouth doesn't want to spit the right words out. All right, let's go to a Atascadero then.
KM6SRR.
You want to call SWR one more time?
Okay. After I do that, I didn't get over here quick enough because our Fresno net lasted a lot longer than it should have. Can you fill me in on some of the early check-ins?
Well, when did you leave off? You want all the ones before you checked in?
Me too. So everybody in front of Daryl I didn't get.
Before Daryl. Okay, let me see. Trying to remember who the first one was in here. I don't know, Rob. We're just going to have to mail it to you.
Okay, sounds good. N6SWR, Ben, are you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? N6SWR, this is KM6SR with K6MYC standing by. How about old Bozo 61? Rick, you on tonight? Crickets, Mike, I guess it's a Atascadero.
Okay, Atascadero, W6QUI or KN6EIV or both. K6MYC, Bozo Net, over.
Yeah, we're both here. So good evening, Mike and the net, W6QUI, Bozo 1055. And Eric's there too. Go ahead, Eric.
Hey, Mike. This is KN6EIV, Bozo number 1044. Hey, when you guys are talking to the guys over there in Southern California in the high desert, ask them to turn our way. I was hearing the high desert really well tonight.
Well, they always stand by. You can just call them whenever they stand by for more callers from here, over.
I don't know. I tried. I was calling, but maybe they just can't hear me.
He didn't hear you. Okay. Well, I think he's got a little noise over there. He doesn't have the greatest ears. I don't think it's a sensitivity problem. I think he just has noise from somebody local there. Okay, well, we'll try to remember to tell them to point your way and get a couple of extra check-ins there. Hi. Good evening to you, Eric. You're sounding good and strong. And so are you, Ron. Good to hear you guys. Missed you last week a couple of times there. W6QUI and then back. Well, you can turn it up to Rob if you want, and then Rob can shoot it back down to Eric. W6QUI in the group K6MYC. I could hear you continually on 1296 the other day, but not readable. It was just about Q2, over.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I could tell you were talking, but only because somebody said it was you. I could hear the voice, but I couldn't copy very well. I probably need a mass preamp or something which would help on weak signals like that. Okay, good evening to you, Rob, KM6SR or W6QUI.
Yes, good evening, Ron. W6QUI, KM6SR, and good evening to Eric there.
Hey there. How you doing, Rob? Hey, I got something for the guys down there in
Yeah, that sounds good to me there, Eric.
Yeah, anyway, who am I supposed to turn it over to? I'm not sure. So someone take it.
Well, you did it right. It went to you instead of Rob, but that doesn't make any difference. Good evening again to you guys. Anybody else want to say hello? We don't have Ken in here tonight. WA60YB is not in. How about you, Mike? Are you copying the Tascadero? Go ahead.
Yeah, W6QUI, WA6AAJ. Hello, Ron.
Yeah, hello, Mike. By the way, I listened Friday, and I heard you trying to work Frank down there. You guys having trouble hearing each other, so I knew there's no way he's going to hear me. So maybe when there's a good contact, then we can have Frank's turn the antenna my way, see if we can work each other on 1200. But I heard you talking to him with some difficulty. It sounded like both directions. So I guess I don't know if it was noise or it's probably just weak signals. Over.
Roger. Yeah, that's Ralph. Ralph's his name. K6TSK. Yeah, it was really rough Friday night. He was weak, and it was rough. But definitely we try every Friday and Tuesday too. So anyway, yeah, no problem. You can hear us. You can chime in. Bill and I usually go down to 090 and sometimes Rob, and we just chew the fat. So anytime.
Yeah, well, I'll keep trying. At least you guys were on that Friday. I know you had a club meeting the previous week, so there wasn't anybody around. And yeah, sorry, Ralph. Yeah, I used to check into the net down there all the time. And I lived down in Lomita. I've talked to Ralph a lot of times on 2 meters is even. Okay. He probably won't remember me. That was 30 plus years ago. Okay. Well, we'll say 7-3. Thanks for the shout there, and let the net continue. You got any other comments there, Eric? Over.
No, I don't. So everyone have a good night.
I didn't get Eric's call, but hello, Eric. This is WA6AJ. Handle is Mike.
Hey, Mike, I apologize for that. The call sign is Kilo November 6, Echo India Victor.
Okay, Kilo India 6. Say that again.
KN6EIV.
Kilo India 6, Echo India November, correct?
No, hang on a second. Kilo KN6, Kilo November 6, Echo India Victoria.
Okay, Kilo Nancy 6, Echo India Victoria. I'm dyslexic tonight.
Yeah, well, you're talking to one here. Yeah, no worries about that, Mike. That happens to all of us, and me especially. Anyway, very nice to meet you, sir. And thank you for asking for the call sign. Appreciate that.
His name is Eric, Mike. You get that, Mike?
Yeah, go ahead, Mikey.
I said his name is Eric, E-R-I-C. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got Eric.
Okay, very good. Well, good morning, good evening, guys. And hopefully we'll see you on Tuesday, Ron, and Wednesday for you and Eric, both there, 7-3s. KN6EIV, W6QUI, K6MYC, cleared, going on up to Santa Cruz.
We'll look for you Tuesday. We will definitely look for you Tuesday,
7-3. 7-3. Okay, here we are, I think, towards Santa Cruz. KW6S, KW6 Sugar, K6MYC. I wonder if if Tom is sick over there. He's missed 2-3 nets in a row here. How about Alpha Foxtrot 6 United? How about you, Lee? KW6 Sugar, KW6S. I was fuddling with the antenna amp and with the preamp here, or the preamp and the noise blanker. KW6S, AF6 United, K6MYC, calling and listening. Anybody? 775. I hear you, Mike. At least my receiver works. Good evening. Let me come up your way. And while I'm talking here, I'll come up your way, and this should make it better for you. Make a transmission, Mike. Good to hear you.
A6MYC, KB6WSC, Bozo number 775, 58 degrees currently with rain. Going from edge line to Mervyn line, over.
Yeah, I'm not getting you real strong tonight, Mike. Usually your 2-meter signal's way stronger, but I just can't get a peak on you. I'm peaking right where you should be, but it doesn't get very strong, so maybe you're running barefoot or something there. Anyway, we've got good copy, and thank you very much for checking in. I missed you the other night on 1296. I guess you were there, but we couldn't hear you. Anyway, maybe this week will be better. We had 29 check-ins on 1296 the other night. KB6 Whiskey, Foxtrot Charlie 775, K6MYC, over. Over, Mike. Well, I don't know where Mike went.
Mike heard you. He responded. He's just saying 73s.
I'll be darned. He just wasn't there at all. Good evening, Jim, W6PQL. Go ahead. Let me peek on you.
Okay. Yeah, you're probably a little bit further south than you usually are for me, but I hear you okay above all the noise I've got here, which seems to get a little bit louder each day. I don't know what's going on there. We're going to get a little rain here, probably tomorrow for sure, Tuesday, and that'll be nice. But anyway, hope you had a good weekend, Mike. K6MYCW6PQL.
Well, I can't get a heading on you. You're all over the place. Your signal is coming to me up and down all the way from 269 to 300. So I can't find a peak, Jim. We'll just have to live with this weird split condition here. I missed what you said because I was way off of your headings at the edges there. Try it again if you would quickly. KW6PQL, K6MYC, over.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't mention that. I was just giving you a weather report, but you got the same weather we do probably these days. Anyway, Dave was over here on Saturday, WA6LOL. Had a nice eyeball with him for several hours, so it's always good to put a face with a voice and so forth. Anyway, he's still doing his EME on 2 meters. I don't think he checks into the net anymore, but he's still active on the band. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't check in.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you got to send him an invitation.
Oh, we've done that. We had him down here. He came down to a club meeting or two, and And then all of a sudden he just disappeared. He got working on a new boat that he bought, and he said, I'm busy with the boat. Maybe he just lost interest in the net, but he could always check in quickly. It would be good to hear him anyway. But did he pick up an amplifier from you?
No, he brought one for me to fix. He'd run it for a couple of years, and it turns out he had a relay that went bad in it, so we fixed it up, and he's back in business again.
Oh, okay. Was it a 2-meter one?
Yeah, it was a 2-meter one.
Okay, very good. All right, well, maybe we'll hear him on here one of these days if he gets it back in line there. Let's see. I've got you, but I didn't hear KB6BA. I have not heard WB6JNN. So let's see if Jim is in here. WB6JNN. How about you, Jim?
Yeah, K6MYC, WB6JNN, back with a cup of coffee and talking to the wife briefly, so I wasn't here when you called. You're doing Southside at the moment, you've been up to 5'9", and so I don't know. Less stable than the satellite path.
Well, I'm struggling to dig you out here. You're quite weak tonight. Apparently the band is not in good shape between here and the Bay Area. I think I got you peaked now, Jim, but I'm not sure. Let's see how I copy this time. I know you said you missed because you were having a quick cup of coffee with the XYL there in that first round. WB6JNN in the group K6MYC 285. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm 100 watts and you're S9, so you should be receiving me well enough. Don't know. Who knows? The band is crazy sometimes. No, I was talking to the wife. I brought a cup of coffee with me. The coffee's portable. The wife isn't necessarily interested in coming out here. WB6JNN.
Yeah, well, you're okay. I had accidentally turned the preamp off for some reason. Now you're okay. You're fine. So good signal. And hopefully we'll hear you tomorrow night on 222. That's usually a slam dunk. And go on from there. It was very warm here today. I think we got up close to 90. We were in the high 80s, I think, for a little while anyway. And everybody, I'm melting when I got spring fever. We just come out of a week of 60s, high 60s and low 70s, and all of a sudden it goes to 88. I walked outside and all I want to do is sit down and rest. So I didn't get much done today. Let's see here. I'll shoot it back to you, and then we'll take a standby. Maybe Oliver's in here. Maybe WB6 WNI are in here. KA6UYH could be in here. AB6SR, so we're missing a whole bunch. WB6JNN in the group K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, very good. Anybody need to chat with Mike? He's aimed this way more or less. And you should be hearing him if you're around. So WB6JNN he's looking for contacts. AB6SR807.
Good evening, Stan. And hang on a second. Phil, WB6GGY, I hear you in there. You're very weak on the backscatter path, but we'll be up your way. I'll be up your way in about 3 or 4 minutes. Phil, if you can stick around there. You're very, very light tonight. WB6GGY884. We do have you checked in. Anyway, Stan, good evening. AB6SR, go ahead. K6MYC for 807.
K6MYC, AB6SR. Yeah, okay, Mike. You're weaker than usual, as you implied. The band's way up and down a bit. So you're not your usual enormous signal that I hear here. So that's how it is. You well,
call was saying how we're expecting some showers tomorrow afternoon, I think, and rain on Tuesday. I was warm here this afternoon for an hour or two, got up to 78, I think, and then it got windy, and now it's sort of down in the mid-60s, so everything's a bit variable. It may explain what's going on. Nothing much to report. I took the 6-meter antenna down, so I'll be having a look at that in the next few days. So it won't be on tomorrow night, so don't look for me on 6. I gotta sort that out before I try again. That's it from me. Nothing much else to report. K6MYC, AB6SR.
Yeah, well, thanks for the weather report. That change in weather that you're getting with the temperatures dropping and the wind coming up might explain why we got flaky conditions here. Sometimes it's good for a few minutes and then it goes away again or gets weaker. I've got you peaked, and you're peaking right where you should be. I recalibrated the antenna with the help of Frank W6BBS here. Everything seems to be pointing right, but sometimes we get these conditions where you guys don't come from where you're supposed to be. You come a different path. Hi. Anyway, Stan, good you had a funny day there with the temperatures all over the place. We were pushing 88 here for a little while, and it's still quite warm in the shack here, and very nice and pleasant outside. So we'll probably get your weather. We're expecting sometime tomorrow or tomorrow morning, maybe some rain, although I think it's a little further off than that. Sometime Tuesday or Wednesday we're supposed to have rain, and cooling temperatures down in the 60s, so it's going to be doing what's doing for you, dropping like a rock. 7-3, Stan, and sorry we won't hear you on 6 tomorrow, but we'll look for you Wednesday, of course. WB6 or AB6SR, I should say, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Let's listen for anybody else for you in the Bay Area. AB6SR clear now.
7-3. K6KLY, KB6BA, KA6UYH. Anybody else I'm missing there? WB6WNI, K6MYC. Anybody?
KA6UYH.
KA6UYH, and you're down too. So I think it's just a band. The band is, you got some changing weather now between you and I. 1226, as I remember, Chris, and hopefully we'll see you on 6 tomorrow, over.
Roger. And yes, you're right. 1226 is correct. And yeah, hopefully we'll work you guys on 6. I don't know. Last time we didn't do so well. Also, I'm not able to get you guys on 40 meters. I hear you as an S1 or less. And if I turn on the preamp to pull you up out of the noise follows with it. So it's too bad. I would like to have worked you guys on 40 on Saturday and Sunday, or at least Sunday anyway, but I wasn't able to do it this morning.
Very poor condition Saturday and Sunday. Almost nobody there on Saturday. I only worked at one station, and we didn't carry on too long. This morning was 3 or 4 stations in there, but for instance, Dwayne Hart over there, Phil was quite weak. He was Q5, but he couldn't copy me. And then we had Helena, Montana, and Middleton, Idaho in there. But that was about it. So it wasn't a big group by any means. But signals on the distant stations were fine. Anyway, maybe it'll start to be better. I think there was a big coronal hole that passed by facing us a couple of days ago, and I think we're still seeing the effects of that. But maybe the band will be back together and back to more normal tomorrow, Chris. Anyway, good to hear you. If we don't hear you in the morning, maybe we'll hear you on 6 meters tomorrow night there. KA6UYH, K6MYC, over.
All right, fine business, Mike. Yeah, hopefully we can work each other on 6, and hopefully I can work the other guys on 6. I don't have a problem with Gary, and Stan won't be on tomorrow, but Gary I obviously don't have a problem with. So, all right, 73 is good to work you this evening. K6MYC from KA6UYH.
Here, 7-3 for now, Chris. Anybody Anybody else before we go on up to Oakley? K6MYC Bozo Net.
KB6BS.
Quebec Bravo, Bozo 177.
Okay, I've got two of you, but I didn't hear the other one. KB6BA, good evening, Oliver. Yeah, the band is just way down. Your signals are down too, so I think it's just band conditions here. We're pointing right. I've gone back and forth across it. Just can't get a peak anywhere. Take one, Oliver, and then we'll pick up the station that was underneath you there. KB6BA, K6MYC.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Still copying you okay, pretty well. Still working on our, we got a 1285 repeater system going on Black Mountain today. It's linked to a bunch of other ones. This is Bob Warmke's old system that's been running for 20 years or more, W6CYX. So we're making progress. We have one more repeater to link up 1285 machine. And I'm going to be out of town this Wednesday through about May 1st, and I'll be back in action then. K6MYC, KB6PA.
Okay, so did you say you'll be out of town until May 1st? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, just wanted to be sure I had the date right. Okay, good. Well, we'll miss you, but of course, I know you'll be having fun whatever you're doing there. Okay, I'm getting the repeaters working again after all those years. I don't do much with repeaters anymore. We used to use N6AMG and his repeater to coordinate 6-meter activities, but that one went bye-bye quite a while ago, as did N6AMG, of course, but the system kept going for quite a while, but I think it got taken apart because it was causing some interference and didn't meet some of the later requirements for power and so on that had come into the Bay Area. That was on 432 or 450, of course. Anyway, 7-3, thanks for checking in, and have a good trip wherever you're going there. KB6BA, K6MYC. Go ahead for your final, Oliver, and then we'll stand by for the other station.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Look forward to seeing you, hearing you when I get back. So 7-3 for now. K6MYC, KB6BA.
Yep, 7-3. Who was the other station that called in? K6MYC.
So, Echo 6, Quebec Bravo, 177.
177, KE6QR, okay. I'm probably not pointed at you. Let me bring it up a little bit more your way. That should be a little better, but I'll peek on you next time, Gary. KE6QR 177, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you're much stronger now. You're about 5-7. By the way, Dave up there is sailing N1PPP trying to get in. Anyway, we got one happy. Looks like we got to get some money. We'll just kind of enjoy it for a little bit. That won't stop us from doing some of our errands. So anyway, you're sounding good there, and yeah, band conditions on HF has been not the best the last few days, but I'm sure it's going to improve. K6MYC and also N1PPP are waiting in the woodwork there, KE6QR.
Okay, very good. I'll put down Dave, N1PPP. Let me just stand by and see if he's hearing me now. We got to take him when we can get him. N1PPP, are you there, Dave?
Go ahead, Dave. You got it. He says he's not hearing you now.
I don't hear him. I do not hear him, Gary.
He also said that he's not hearing you now, so I guess it's a mutual thing there. But anyway, thank you for letting me get the check-in, and you have a great night.
Yeah, do you know if Dave also had 160? His number is 336, but do you know if he was also checking in for 160?
No, all I heard was his call sign a couple times. That's all I heard.
Okay, well, we'll put 160 down. He's typically they're like glued together there, Gary. 7-3, your signal's going up and down. You took a big fade when you were talking to Dave there, and I don't think it's because you turned the antenna, and all of a sudden you came back up again. 7-3, hopefully the conditions will settle out for the rest of the week here. Take care. KE62R or K6MYC. Anybody else for the Bozo Net before I go to N6RO? I don't hear anybody else, so here we go. N6RO. How about you, Ken? N6RO, K6MYC.
Roger. K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. High temperature 72. Or was it 77? I'm losing it here. And dinner was geez, memories. It's completely gone. I'll have it in a second.
Don't bring it up. Just try to remember it.
It was Chilean sea bass.
Okay, very good.
Brussels sprouts and a few other veggies. That's what it was. I didn't do any contesting this weekend. We had a very successful work on the station by several of my crew. We replaced 2 computers at 2 of the positions here. It was the major job. And relocated tuner that I have set up that's too heavy for me to move. And they took care of a couple problems I had with my iPhone and my laptop in the TV room. So it was a good time. And the best of all is I finally found a source for barramundi fish from southern Oceania. It's right next to, right behind halibut and salmon. And I haven't been able to get it for about 7 or 8 months thanks to the tariffs. But now they're getting it through. Anyway, that's the report, and see you tomorrow in 6RO.
Yeah, 2 things. What was the fish you just started to get in again, and did you have any luck with 222?
It's called barramundi. Barramundi. It's a white fish. Succulent, they call it. It's very easy to cook and eat. And I was really attracted to it a couple years ago when it was available through Costco. But I got it through Whole Foods this time, and I got about a 6-month supply of it.
Oh, very good. Okay. Where does it come from? What country?
Either Malaysia or Australia. It's from the South Pacific in general.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we had tariff problems with them over there, but maybe they were being bad boys for a few days or something. Okay. Anyway, good deal. You're going to work on 220 tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, I hope so. I haven't found any problem with it. I see a noise level, and it could have been I was on a wrong frequency, but we'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what you need. If you want, I can get on 220 pretty quickly, so I can give you a quick test if you want to give me a call on the phone once you are sure you're on there, or I can give you a signal on the right frequency, so that would be another choice. Over.
Yeah, right. Well, I usually open up the camscope so I can see about a megahertz. Well, and then zoom in on it. So I'll wait till tomorrow night and see how it goes.
Okay. Well, like you say, maybe you can just call the company that made it over there in Santa Cruz and see what the IF is supposed to be for 222.1 or 222.0. It's probably 144.0, or it could be 146.0. That's where I would make it, but they may have done 144 to 222 even over.
Yeah, I don't remember the setup, but I'll have one of my guys check it out tomorrow.
Roger. All right, well, good luck with that. Gary, KE6QR, did work the bands, but he said they were in really bad shape, so it doesn't surprise me with that big corona hole that was out there. 40 meters was unstable as well in the mornings. It was there, but it wasn't normal. Good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. N6RO, K6MYC, clear for now.
Yeah, well, one of my operators came to the shack, Nian, our Chinese representative. He made more than 400 contacts on 40 meters. He hasn't posted his score yet, but on the real-time scoreboard that ended several hours ago, he was number 1 in North America and number 3 in the world, behind a couple of South Americans, which makes sense.
Yeah, okay. Well, 40 seemed to be okay. It was a little flaky for short skip, but otherwise, distance-wise, it was fine. So I think that would make sense. But for the other bands, the upper bands were kind of bad, I guess, from Gary's standpoint. Anyway, I didn't look. I didn't get on at all. But good deal on the 440-meter contacts. That sounds like 40 was cooking.
Yeah, it was. However, today in the afternoon, 10 meters open, 15 and 10 open, wide open to all of South America.
Yeah.
And Nian already had decided to go from all bands to single band 40, because on Saturday it was the high bands were just not there at all. Barely anything on 20, let alone 15 and 10.
Yeah, understand. Okay. That sort of goes along with the coronal hole problem and all that, probably. All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow night. 7-3 for now, and I've got Mario down there in Tulare, or Turlock, I should say. Won't be on for a couple of weeks. He's got OSHA is working the place where he's working in Patterson. They're involved in that, and they're trying to take down a building, and then it involves some safety issues, so they sent him home for a couple of weeks while they get that worked out. But I will listen for KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima here. 7-3, good evening, Ken. N6RO, K6MYC.
Yeah, 7-3, Mike.
1189.
6RO.
Oh, well, you made me a liar, didn't you, Mario? What'd they do, tell you to stay? 1189, you're back.
K6MYC, KO6, IQR. Yeah, I never left, actually. We had a little mishap where the landfill activated a well that was tied into our system, and it blew the pipe out of the ground, made a big, huge hole, and now we got to fix it.
Oh, wow. What opened up the well again?
Well, the county, the landfill, took over the lease on the well that used to run the power plant, and they were doing some work on it, and they actually turned it on, and it was the valve that fills our big storage tank on the site was closed. They didn't call anybody to say, hey, we're going to fire this up, and it basically deadheaded their coming out of the ground on a steel pipe at a valve, and it blew the joint about 8 feet down at the 90 and made a huge hole in the ground, because it ran for about 2 hours at about 500 gallons per minute.
Oh, that was a huge pump. Yeah, boy, that's a big one. Yeah, I can see how that could happen. Oh, boy. Yeah, okay, well, that's terrible. But hopefully they've got it sorted out. Yeah, ooh. Water pressure with a big pump like that can be brutal. Good thing it was below ground and not above ground, where it could take somebody out with flying pieces of pipe. Over.
Yeah, everything above ground is steel, flange steel and welded pipe, but the connection down below goes from, I think it's like C900, really thick PVC, and then it transitions to steel. But that joint right at the bottom at the last 90 coming straight up is what basically let go, and it pushed all the pipe and everything about 6 inches up out of the ground, and yeah, it made a mess.
Okay, well, I guess you're going to be home. You'll be here for another week, or are they going to just keep you here?
I think I'm just going to stay now because by the time I get this fixed, it's quite the repair actually. There's a lot of things that got to come apart, and there's a lot of overhead pipe that needs to be supported, so it's not going to be an easy fix. It's going to take 3-4 days at least. Hopefully OSHA gets their head out of their rear end and allows us to continue the following week.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, good luck on getting OSHA to come out of that terrestrial cranial inversion mode they're in.
Yeah, it's not easy, but I think it's going to take another meeting. I'm going to have to go to Modesto to their field office with the engineer and the contractor and sit down with them and just hash it out because there's just too much questions going back and forth over email. It's easier just to sit down and get them to understand what the plan is.
Yeah, well, get them to sit down and have breakfast with you. Give them some real gassy cereal, and then they'll blow their heads out. Over.
Yeah, we can give them maybe some chorizo and egg with some beans laced in there.
There you go. All right, take care, and we'll see you tomorrow on whatever, 26 meters, I guess, 7-3. K06IQR, K6MYC.
All right, Mike. Thanks. 73 K6MYC, K06IQR.
Okay, and over to you, John, if you're there, KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima, K6MYC.
K6MYC, KD6WVL. Good evening, Mike and Annette. Sounding good.
Okay, is it 1179 or 1079?
Oh, I hope I didn't say 10. Yeah, 1179.
Yeah, I wrote it down wrong. I wonder why I did that. I don't know why I did that. All right, well, we'll fix it here. 1179 it is. Gotcha. And how are you doing? It warmed up there today, yeah?
Yeah, it was, I don't know, 81, 82. You know, it was a nice day. In fact, I even lucked out, I think it was yesterday, had a almost hour-long QSO with a guy over on Mount Zappa on 200 side bend. It surprised me there was life.
Well, I'm glad you were listening on 200. Good for you. Congratulations for being a good guy and monitoring the calling frequency like you should, like we all should do, ha-ha.
Oh, yeah, I'm always listening to static, over.
Yeah, white noise galore, huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm used to it, I guess. Hey, well, thanks for the check-in. Hey, have a good one, and we'll look forward to the next one. 86WVL 73.
Okay. I'm not pointed anywhere near you. This should be better. Is that better?
Oh, yeah, you're 5 and 9.
No, I went by you. This should be better.
Oh, yeah, now you're 20 over.
Okay, yeah, I was must have been on the edge here. I recalibrated, and then without thinking about it, I went to the old heading, but which was off about 10 degrees. All right, 7-3, John, and maybe we'll see you. Well, you don't have the 6-meter antenna fixed, so it looks like it'll be back on the Wednesday before we see you again there. Anyway, take care. KD6 WVL 1179 K6MIC.
7-3, thanks for the check-in, KD6 WVL.
Okay, anybody else while I'm pointed this way? K6MYC Bozo Net.
KE6VON 1040.
Well, I'm not pointed at you, but good evening, Adam. Good to hear you.
Good evening, Mike.
Okay, boy, oh boy, have we got some dry weeds over here. What's your schedule looking like for tractor work?
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's going to be a minute before even if you get it over here, it's going to be a while before I can get to it.
Okay, well, no worries. It was just, we were riding around the property today. Everything's gone brown on us, which bothers me a little bit, but I also have very high weeds. The oats now are somewhere between 4 and 6 feet high all over the place, over.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, the wheat crop is crazy this year.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll deal with it. I have weed whackers, and I have the other mower I can use in some of the terrain that's out there. All right. Well, good to hear you. And you're sounding loud, even though I'm off the back of the antenna to you there. Over.
Copy that. I would hope it'd be pretty loud.
Well, you're still vertically polarized, aren't you?
Firm.
Yeah. Well, it's better actually because you bounce off something, and the bounce back comes back more horizontal than vertical. I think that's what it boils down to. You're almost stronger when I'm pointed away from you. All right, 7-3. Good evening, Adam. Thanks again. Good evening to you. KE6VON. What was it? 1090? No. Yeah. What was the number?
The old dreaded 1040 form.
1040. I don't know if I wrote it down or not. I think I did.
No worries. All right. Have a good night, Mike. KE6VON.
I've got it written down, Mike, KM6SR. And Adam, you're sounding good over here, too.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
All right, let me go up into Sacramento here. Right about here somewhere. No, maybe here. Come up here, like that. That should be closer to KJ6KFB. KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Okay, let's go to KO6KD. Bill, are you okay? Uh-oh, Bill's not there either. That's not good. Let me go a little further here. KO6KD. Okay, KR6MR. How about you, John? KR6MR, KR6MR, K6MYC.
KR6MR, KR6MR, go ahead.
Oh, there you are. Okay. I was thinking I was pointing wrong or something here. Good, strong signal tonight. John, good evening. I guess Bill's under the weather. Do you have any word on him?
Yeah, we were chatting on the FM, and I heard you on calling me on the screen, so here I am. I'll have to go back and get Bill. Anyway, KR6MR, Bozo 759.
So Bill is here. Should I go back and try to get him on this band?
Oh, yeah, on this frequency, sure. I'll go down and let him know. He's probably sitting there. Where did John go?
Yes, that's exactly right.
There you are. Good evening, Bill. 776. We got you. Let me come back your way a little bit.
Yeah, good evening, Mike, and the rest of those KO6KD 776. And, yeah, boy, you had run propagation, so I was there this morning, but never heard a word.
Well, somewhere in here. Band's a little funny tonight. I recalibrated, so everything's back where you used to be, but I keep going further than I need to. But anyway, good to hear you. Are you feeling any better, Bill? Over.
Yeah, it's been a rough go. I will say that it's been a long haul and a rough go, and I've had an awful lot of discomfort. But at least for the last day, today we'll say. The last several hours, I felt pretty darn good. Able to get some food. The pain has really subsided quite a bit. Never did pass the kidney stone. Don't know what that's all about, but anyway, I'm sure something will happen, and I'll probably get sick again. That's just the way it goes. But thank you for asking. I am feeling better. And did you ever hear from Bob? Did he ever sign in and say he's heading out to catch an airplane?
He did not check in Saturday, so I assume that he was just either mentally in another mode or whatever, but he did not check in Saturday morning. The conditions were poor for Phil and I. They were okay, but not great. But I don't even think Phil was there on Saturday morning, nor was Mark. They both were in AM radio things or some kind of breakfast thing. Phil, of course, and his wife were celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary. I think the morning breakfast was some hams, but I might have got that confused. Anyway, so Phil was not there, and Mark was not there. You weren't there, of course. That left us with, I ended up talking to somebody, but now I can't. I think I just talked to N7TSK. I think Dan was the only one that I hooked up with. So it was kind of a thin morning. Anyway, no worries. Sunday was a little bit better, but not much. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Perhaps you'll feel good enough to get on there in the morning. And we did get the word that John over there is feeling better. He's home, but he hasn't been on the air yet. But we got a word, an email word that he was feeling very good, and the recovery was going along beautifully. Over.
Oh, so he actually is home. I've got a message that I sent to him, and I was hoping to be able to pass that information along, but again, you know, the band being what it is, he had said that things went along very well, and he did not require the valve replacement, so instead they did a four-way bypass, which I think is much better to do. And so at any rate, so yeah, he's saying he's getting, I guess the food is like a 4-star hotel or restaurant. He says, boy, it's really a really good treatment and everything. Either he's got incredibly good insurance, or I need to move to Hurricane, Utah to have them check this leg out.
Okay, well, that's good. So he ended up with a quadruple bypass, alternate choice, I guess. When they got in there, that's what they decided to do. Sounds like it came out well, and he has. Sounds like that St. George facility is really good.
Yeah, that's good news. So, okay, Mike, I'll let you get the band being what it is. I won't keep you. I'll look for you in the morning, and hopefully, if we should be expecting similar propagation for the next day or two because of the reverberation in the Earth's magnetosphere. It's still hurting from what it's been through. Anyway, I'll look for you tomorrow. We'll see if it works. If not, I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully on 220 and 6 meters. 7-3 for now, KO6KD.
Okay, well, we'll look for you on 40, but it was very poor this morning with Phil. I could copy Phil, as always, but Phil was having great difficulty with me. And so there you go. All right. Thanks much for the update on John. And we probably have an email to that effect, but I haven't. Judy hadn't read it yet today. All right, 7-3, and I'll look for the boys in Reading there. KO6KD, K6MYC, clear with you and beaming toward Reading, Charlie November 80, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, and KO6HS. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, how about it? I hear 145. It's readability 3. Readability 3. Very weak, but we've got you, Rick. We've got you. We got you, Rich. So very, very light at the moment, but 145 is checked in. Let me see if I can hear anything from Jerry. KO6HS, KO6 Hotel Sugar, K6MYC. Over.
KO6HS 230, Mike 230. We are on the air, transmitting your way. Hopefully we'll get through a little bit of the static. I'll copy. Over.
Yeah, solid copy on you. You're stronger than Rich tonight. Very good. KO6HS with KD6SW, K6MYC. Got your 230, of course, and the 145 from Rich there. Thank you very much, and quite a good signal. Are you guys in the rain mode up there? Are you getting rain? Or we're expecting rain tomorrow and the next day. Over.
Roger. No rain yet. They're expecting it tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That looks like the rain days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we'll see what happens. We do have clouds. We got lots of clouds, but no rain yet. We'll see what happens. Over.
Okay, very good. Yeah, looks like you're a day ahead of us like usual. All right, well, good luck. We all need rain. We need rain here desperately. We've only had 1 inch in the last month or so, or 1 inch in the last month and a half or two. So we're very, very light on the water coming down from the sky. Hi. 7-3, Jerry, thanks very much for joining us here on Sunday. And your check-in is always welcome, of course. KO6HS, KD6SW, back up to you, Rich, for a final, and maybe your signal will be up this time, K6MYC. Good evening, guys.
Okay, you were pretty good there for a while, Mike, signal-wise, and then it just kind of fell apart there. Anyway, have a good evening there, and we'll talk to you again. Let's see, today is the day after yesterday, so tomorrow must be tomorrow. Okay, well, see if I can get through 3 on 6 meters. 73, KD6 shortwave.
Okay, I found a spot. It's a very critical spot, only 2 or 3 degrees wide, but you must be getting a good reflection off of something. And I got you up to a readable 5. Hi. Okay, 7-3, and if you get rain, enjoy it and leave a little bit in the sky for us there. KD6SW, KO6HS. Good evening, guys. K6MYC. Bye-bye. Okay, anybody else while I'm in this direction? K6MYC, Bozo Net, 2 meter. Nothing heard. KE6ILX or K6 Whiskey India Sugar. Anybody?
What direction is that, Mike?
Well, I'm pointed at about 334, 330, 332. 332, Dave.
All right.
And I'm looking for KE6ILX or K6 Whiskey India Sugar or KW6T. Or WA6LOL. I guess he's back. Did you hear that, Rob?
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. Jim said he's repairing an amp for him. I saw a letter that LOL sent to QST this month asking about some, what is it, the velocity factor and lines and stuff.
I wonder why he would send it a question. Was it a questionnaire to the QST or was it informational?
It was a question to the Ask Dave column that they have in QST. People send in questions and Dave will answer them. The guy that works the column, not Dave, LOL.
Yeah, okay. Well, the point is, all the velocity factors are all available on all the spec sheets on every piece of coax that's out there. And it comes up many places, but it's a very critical number, and it always appears along with the loss at 100 or 400 megs and stuff like that. Anyway, for 100 feet or 100 meters or whatever. But velocity factor is always in there, so it isn't hard to find the velocity factor of coax, over.
No, he wasn't trying to find it. He was saying what happens if you use a couple of coaxes that have different velocity factors. How does that affect your actual throughput, I guess?
Well, no, it doesn't have any effect on that. It's more that would affect your loss more than anything if the losses were different. But unless you're using it for phasing line, where you're trying to come up with half-wave multiples or something like that, then the different velocity factors can be a factor. But it wouldn't affect your throughput as long as your coaxes are lossless or low loss.
Okay. Yeah, I may not be stating his question very accurately. I'm just doing it from memory. But anyway, he's active, sending enough message to the magazine, so he's still thinking about ham radio stuff.
Well, that's good, but he could have asked us here. Okay, no worries. Very good. Maybe he'll start to check back in here. We didn't piss him off or something, did we?
I don't think so. I just know that he seemed like he was working on his boat, taking all of his time and stuff, but maybe he's getting back into it. It'd be nice to hear him again, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, Jim did fix the amp. He brought it, and they put a new relay on it, and it was fixed when he left. So he's going back home with a working amp, so maybe he would. That's why I thought he might be in here tonight, but maybe he'll check in Wednesday.
Yep. Was it a 2-meter amp or 6-meter? I don't remember what Jim said.
I think it was a 2-meter.
Okay. Yep. Well, we're looking for it. I could send him a text.
Well, it wouldn't hurt. Tell him we're missing him on the net now that he's got his amp fixed. Not that he needs it, but check back in once in a while or on a regular basis if he can for a few minutes. 7-3 to him. Give him our best wishes there. Thank you, Rob.
Okay, KM6SR.
Okay, I'm going to go up to Nevada. Here we are at Nevada. KD6BQ, KE7UQL, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, W7DAI, whoever, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249, over.
Got you, 249, got you. Of course, I had you earlier. You were hearing me okay because you were giving me Rogers and stuff, so we had your CW earlier. Very good, good evening, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow on 6 and then Tuesday on 1296 again. That was great. Over to you, and then you can see if Eric is listening in there this evening. Sometimes I hear him run off the bat, sometimes I don't, but I'm pointed pretty much in his direction. KD6BQ with N7VAZ, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC, KD6BQ. You're in a little bit of a fade right now. I'll keep it short. Maybe you'll pop up and catch Eric on the beat there. So anyway, yeah, you were loud. You were pretty strong off the back of your beam tonight. I was kind of surprised. Anyway, we'll pass it back to you. Let you see if you can catch Eric and Daniel and maybe Greg here. K6MYC, KD6BQ.
Okay. Yeah, well, you're going up and down, and I can't get a good peek on you. I'm pretty sure I'm pointed close to the right direction here. Let me see if Eric is hearing me here. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, N7VAZ, K6MYC. Eric, are you in there tonight? Nothing heard.
Eric, Mike's calling. Are you there? Over. N7VAZ, KD6BQ, Mike's calling, over. Negative, Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. You're now coming up real strong, so if he's in there, he would have been in there. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, Eric, are you there? Okay, nothing heard. Maybe he's off on a trip or something. Over to you, Daniel. And we also could listen for N7 Whiskey Tango, but I don't think he's working on 2 meters yet. But it was good to work him on 432 the other night. He had a nice signal. KE7UQL, K6MYC, over.
This is 272. This is KE7UQL. Hello, Mike.
Yeah, good evening, Daniel. And good signal from you. I'm not even peaked on you, but the band conditions seem to be pretty good going your way tonight. You want to take a listen and see if we can get Greg in there tonight, W7 Delta. I think it's Delta Alpha India, isn't that his call, right?
Yes, we're looking for Greg, Whiskey 7 Delta Alpha India, over.
Is it K7 or W?
It's Whiskey 7 Delta Alpha India. I don't hear him at this time, over.
Yeah, I don't hear him either, W7DAI. All right, the other one we might get someday is K7SUN. How about you over there, Stan? K7 Sugar Uniform November, K6MYC. And there's a couple of other guys floating around up in your area there that could get on here. I worked one of the guys on 40 the other day. He said, I used to work you all the time on 2 meters, but he hasn't been on for a long time. I guess nobody else in there. So, Daniel, 7-3, we'll see you tomorrow night on 222. So far, you're probably going to get some weather, though. Are you guys expecting some snow or rain in the next few days, over?
Yes, Roger. Probably wind. We'll always get wind, and then maybe some moisture. So, yes, indeed, I'll see you tomorrow on 222. KE7UQL 73.
Okay, Rob, you copied him? He's booming in here.
Well, when he's good for you, I guess he's not so good for me. I can just barely hear him. How you doing there, Daniel? KE7UQL, KM6SRR.
KM6SRR. Yes, Rob, you're doing fine jobs here tonight. KE7UQL, over.
Yeah, that time it came up a little bit there. So good to hear you there. Thank you, Mike.
Okay, how about Richard?
Yeah, Richard, I was hearing him earlier, but I've moved the antenna a little bit. KD6BQ, KM6SRR.
Yeah, good evening, Rob. Your signal came up pretty good. KM6SRR, KD6BQ, Delta Mike 09er.
Yep, you're booming in here. Good signal tonight, Richard. Thank you. Thanks, Mike.
Okay, one more call for Eric, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, K6MYC. Eric, are you in there? No, very quiet, no noise, no nothing, so I guess he's not there tonight. See you tomorrow on 6 meters, Richard. And I haven't hooked up with, I'm going to go back and see if he's in there tonight, but he's been missing the last 2 or 3 nets. Tom in Santa Cruz has been missing. And so I don't know whether he's sick or what's going on, but he's been missing the nets, which is very unusual. Anyway, I may end up going to him first on 6 meters tomorrow night like we did before, but I'll try to get up to you as quick as I can on 6. Hi. 7-3, Daniel. And get ready for some rain, I guess. We're expecting it Tuesday, Wednesday. KD6BQ and KE7UQL, K6MYC, clear and going back toward toward the Bay Area and Santa Cruz.
Yep, 7-3, Mike. We'll look for you on 6 tomorrow. K6MYC, KD6BQ.
Hey, Mike, K6MYC, WA6LOL, Sonora.
We were just talking about you. Were your ears burning?
I don't know. What were you guys saying?
You know, Dave, I've forgotten your damn number, Dave.
856, I think. I forgot it too. I'll have to look.
Rob, pull him up. What's Dave's number? LOL.
Yeah, let me look. Hey, good to hear you there, Dave. I'm not peaked on you. Let me go back a little bit.
Yeah, the guys in Nevada are coming in good too. So, yeah, I think it's 856. Pretty sure. K6MYC. KN6SRR, WA6LOL.
Yeah, well, good to have you back in here. And I guess Jim said that you were over there yesterday or today, gotten the amp fixed, got new relay in it, and we were hoping to hear you tonight, but I thought that might have been too much to be expected. But sure good to hear you again. We've been missing you. WA6LOL, over to you, Rob, for the number. I think 856, probably, K6MYC.
Yep, that's what I show on the list, 856. You haven't forgot it, Dave. Good for you. Haha.
I know. And I thought I didn't have any brain cells left. Anyway, yeah, I was over there. Jim was wonderful. Yeah, we sat around there for several hours and working on it. Still has an issue with the input somehow. I think I have to replace the input circuitry including the input end connector and then the coax that goes over to an attenuator network and then on into wherever it goes. And it just kind of cuts out, and then I have to increase the drive and it pops on. So I've eliminated all the coax and everything before that, and but anyway, so yeah, so I'm still working on it.
Sounds like a broken attenuator chip. He has a 3 dB or a 6 dB or a 10 dB pad in there, but it may be that the pad is cracked, and as it heats up, it comes back together or lets go and doesn't do its attenuation or something. Over.
Okay, all right. Well, I was going to pull out the schematics and see what's in there. So there's an attenuator pad, a chip or something, so I'll look for that. And I figured maybe I'll just go ahead and get everything that might be up for the first, foot of the amplifier, go in a foot and replace it all.
My guess it's a cracked pad, so you might call Jim on it. He might have the same response to that. The pad is a 2-hole silver thing, or gold-plated usually. It looks like a transistor, but it isn't. It's just got a lead in and a lead out. And it'll say the attenuation is stamped on the top of it, along with part number and brand and stuff. And I'm sure Jim has them in stock there. We have them also. I think we may have some still left over in our supply. So if Jim doesn't have one for immediate shipment to you in the mail, you might call us. You might also ask Jim what it's supposed to look like when you look into it with an ohm meter. It should look like 50 ohms, but I'm not even sure. Most of the pads look like 50 ohms in and out. So if you see it looking like something other than that, when it's cold, that may be a clue. So again, a quick call to Jim to confirm what I'm saying is correct. But more than likely, that's it. When it pops back on and off, that's usually something like that. And that broken, it's a nichromium or something, some kind of resistive material that's sort of conductive. And they're usually very rugged, but I guess they can break, they can crack. Over.
Yeah, K6MYC, WA6LOL. All right, well, I'll call Jim tomorrow and see. And then, yeah, that'd be nice to solve it like that. So, yeah, when on the moon, and then in JT65, when the 60-second cycle begins, I look over and there's no power, and I got to crank up the 97 drive, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's way too much power. Then I got to back it down real quick, and it works every time that way. That's how to fix it. You just give it a bunch of drive for a minute and then back it off, and then it's fine for, it's intermittent, so it might be fine 3 more times, it might be fine 10 more times, but anyway, then it'll happen again, and then that's always the way to fix it. So that's what it does.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's a heat-related thing, obviously. So again, tell that to Jim. He may know exactly what that relates to, although it may be a freaky one. But I would think that would be my first choice for a guesstimate. It's a pad in there, some resistors in there that form part of that network, and it could be one, it could be more, but it's something in that network, in the power drop, power control, because all these devices, they run to a kilowatt with just a watt input if you don't have an attenuator in there. So we usually run a 10 dB pad on the input of ours, so you can run 10 to 50 watts in and get only up to 5 out into the transistor itself. So it sounds like he's doing something similar. I don't remember his circuitry exactly on the 2-meter amp, although I have one. You're listening to it. But this one runs a pair of LD bosses. No, I don't know. I think this may be just a single 12 or 1500 LD boss in this one. So I have the same amp, I think, that you have. Anyway, big black with 2 big meters on it, right?
Yeah, big 2 meters side by side on the right side. Yeah, it's I think you've got the same one I do. It's the dual pallet one, the double pallet.
Yeah, it might be. We've got the biggest one, so I think that's right. All right, well, good luck with that, and Jim can probably fix you up very quickly for an idea on what to measure, and with an ohm meter in there, you could probably go in and find it. You might have to take a couple of things loose to get a clean measurement, but I bet you he can walk you right through that. Wouldn't want to have another trip over there just for that. Too bad it didn't show up while you were there, huh?
Yeah, that would have been nice. Well, yeah, because there was a different problem with the relays, and it actually showed a little resistance between the input connector and the output connector when the amp was off. And the relay should have just connected that directly up, so there should have been no resistance. So we solved that problem, but yeah, not this other deal. So I will ask him tomorrow. So anyway, good to hear you guys. So I came home early. I was doing something. I thought I'm going to go in, and now that the amp it works pretty good on sideband. It just doesn't that digital thing. So you put on a solid carrier with that tone, something about the mode, I don't know, but it seems to be working okay on sideband here. So K6MYC, glad you're doing good. WA6LOL.
Okay, well, check back in more, and we'll talk more about your last couple of months and what you've been up to and your health issues and all the rest of that. But let me move on with the net here tonight. But good to hear you, and I'm sure you'll find it there between you and Jim and whoever. WA6LOL, over to you, Rob, for a final to Dave there, K6MYC.
Okay, Dave. Yep, good to hear you back on there. Hope to see you more often there, or hear you more often. And hope things are going well. KM6SRR.
K6US.
I hear you.
Yeah, WA6LOL, K6US.
K6US, you're missing a letter there.
Yes, sir. That's that happened in December.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can they fix it?
Well, you know, had to wait for somebody to pass away and steal their call sign, but yeah, I was able to drop the Y off at the end of my call in December.
Oh, that's pretty patriotic. That's a good patriotic call. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, good to hear you too. It's like old home week here.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, so don't be shocked if I work you on 6 meters. It's I'm not anybody new. So good to hear you, Dave. K6US.
All right, K6US, WA6LOL. I'll toss it back to the net here.
Okay, good evening. I'm going to race into the Bay Area or towards Santa Cruz and see if we can't wake them up over there. Here we are into Santa Cruz, KW6S, or K6, Alpha Foxtrot 6 United is what I'm trying to say. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, or KW6S, K6MYC, calling and listening. KW6S, KW6S, AF6 United, K6MYC. Nothing heard. I guess we should go right on down to Porterville, Rob. You might want to drop Tom a note if you've got his email address. Just say if he's okay, over.
Okay, yeah, let me look it up.
And here we are down toward Porterville, KE6 BK, KE6 Bravo Kilo, K6MYC. Are you around, Eddie? Anybody else? W6PYP, W6LAD, KB6RQU, and 6SWR. Missing a whole bunch of people in the South Valley here. And KC5DTU notwithstanding. I've got crickets, holy cow. It looks like the whole Central Valley and around Bakersfield is just going away. Tuscarora's holding it together, however. Anybody in LA copying this station? This is Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Delta Mike 07, Central California near Fresno, QRZ LA and San Diego. Over, over. They all went to bed. I guess they had to roll up those feces-covered sidewalks early.
Well, that's up in San Francisco, Mike.
Well, it's almost as bad or worse down there, bub. You just don't hear about it because it's more abnormal. It's more normal down there. That's normal stuff. Anyway, you want to make a count? Well, you can't because you didn't get the first bunch of calls. Let me see who that first one was that called in. See if I can read this. Well, whoever it is starts with a 1.
KB6RQU.
Oh, I know who it is. It was 1009 was the first one. KB6RQU. You finally staggered to the shack, you rascal. Good evening, old Bozo 61. Over.
Yeah, good evening. I tuned up here and you guys was already gone, so I kind of just left it here. And you finally came around. I thought maybe we'll get back to you.
Okay, you got into the shack a little late, did you?
I'm sorry, say again?
I said, did you get in the shack a little bit late? I was already out of your area before you came in the shack.
No, I was in the shack actually. I looked, I said, oh, this is Sunday. And I looked up and it was 8 o'clock already.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we're still looking for Ben. We haven't heard Ben this evening. Rob's in here, so Rob will probably want to say hello to you. Good to have you back. And something that we keep thinking about, I don't know how long you're in church on Wednesdays, but maybe you can check in. We're usually on the net till well past 9 o'clock. So if you're getting home by 9 o'clock from church, you might check in on Wednesdays, over.
Yeah, I'll give it a good shot there, Mike, and see what happens.
All right. Otherwise, we'll see you on Thursday on 432. Thanks. Go ahead, Rob.
Hi, Rick. KV6RQU, KM6SRR. Good to hear you on there. We've been missing you.
KM6SRR, KB6RQU. I think you said that the last time we talked.
Yeah, I mean about a month ago? Uh-huh.
No, it hadn't been that long.
Okay, I'm getting old. I have a short memory, remember?
Okay, all forgiven.
All right, sounds good. Good to hear you, Rick.
Okay, who else are we looking for here?
Yeah, you should be expecting some rain down there over this week sometime, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Somebody said not until next Sunday. I'm not real sure.
Well, anybody that can predict the weather like that a week ahead of time is probably wrong anyway.
Yeah, you'll probably be right. You know, it'll probably pop up on 3 days later.
Exactly. My weatherman is a big piece of granite rock out here. When the rock is wet and running off water while it's raining, and when it's got white stuff on it, it's snowing. And when it's dry, it's hot and warm.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice weather.
Yeah, we were about 88 today. It got really warm. All right. Well, good to hear you. And we'll stand by and see if there's anybody else in the San Joaquin Valley that we missed the first time around here. We're looking for Eddie, KE6BK in Porterville. Eddie, are you here?
Hey, good evening there, Mike. KE6BK.
I hear you, Eddie. Boy, you're light tonight, but maybe I'm not pointed quite right for you. KE6BK 858. Go ahead, Rob.
How you doing, Eddie? Yeah, you're kind of weak for me, too. KE6BK, KM6SRR.
Yeah, KM6SRR, KE6BK. You're sounding good. Mike was sounding better when he was looking down towards LA there.
I don't think he's changed his heading, but you sound like you're a little high-pitched, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, are you hearing him, Rick?
Yeah.
How does he sound to you, Rick? Okay. Yeah, Eddie, you just seem a lot weaker, so that's, I don't know, maybe it's conditions.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he doesn't have the antenna. I think he's Armstrong rotator on that thing. Maybe the wind spun it around or something, Eddie. It's readable. We've got you checked in, so don't worry about it, but you might want to have a look at it tomorrow. KE6BK in Porterville, 858. We've got you. K6MYC Bozo Net. Good evening, Eddie.
KD6RQ, over.
He's not hearing Rick either.
QDM05, over. Okay, got good square again. Okay, DMO6, I caught you that time, over. Now, what kind of power are you running there? Okay, 5 element, Yagging 50 watts. Well, it's doing a good job tonight. Conditions are a little favorable for me. I don't think I've heard you before if it hasn't been a long time, over. Yeah, I understood there. Now, give me the name again. Okay, I missed it. Try again.
Eddie. His name is Eddie.
Was that Eddie?
Roger.
Okay, very good, Eddie. Glad to talk to you again there. 73s, there might be someone else there nearby you there, over.
We've got some guys there, as I tell you, I know they check in every so often.
Hey, Rick, I think maybe Mike was doubling with you there. That's why you weren't hearing him. Eddie's grid square is Delta Mike 06 Lima Bravo.
He's in Porterville.
Yeah, I heard the DMO6. I think he said Porterville.
Roger, roger.
Okay, very good. Send me please, Eddie. KB6R, you're listening.
All right, you guys have a good one. Kilo Echo 6, Bravo Kilo.
73, Eddie. Good to hear you there. KM6SR, back to net.
Okay, anybody else? W6PYP, W6LAD, AA6S, anybody else anywhere? Bozo Net, K6MYC, last call. Awful quiet. K6MYC, Bozo 47 and Delta Mike 07 Delta Bravo, closing the 2-meter Bozo Net on April 19, 2026. 7-3, good evening all.
Good night, Mike. We'll catch you tomorrow night. K6US.
Yeah, good night, Aaron.
Good night, Aaron. K6US, KM6SR. Hey, Mike, those guys in L.A. wanted us to tune down that way. They're never there.
I worked them. You worked them. When is this now? When do they want us to turn that way?
Well, we sent a message to them one time about turning after our net down that way.
Well, I'm down that way now, and I call and call. You know, I call almost every time for L.A., San Diego. I'm calling Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Central California, Delta Mike 07, calling L.A., San Diego, over.
Yes, I know that, Mike. I wasn't disputing that you're calling. I'm saying they're never there to answer.
Well, that's probably because they don't hear us in their noise. I have to put the 10 kW rig on here.
Well, Pat hears this, and so does a couple other guys, so it's just, I don't know, they just aren't there. Contact. I hear a contact in there. Go ahead.
Hey guys, 680, Kilo 6, Mike, Tango Sierra, mobile but not mobile.
Good evening, Mark. Good signal. As always, good to have you in here. Thanks for checking in just as we were closing things here. But we got you on the list. Over.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you both. Yeah, I just got back from taking the trash out and hopped in the truck to see if you guys were still on, and there you are. So, all right, thanks.
Here we are, waiting for you to haul the trash out.
Done.
Haul mine out too, would you?
I'll be right there, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm putting it out tonight for tomorrow morning. They come about, I believe they come about 7 in the morning. Anyhow, guys, thanks for being there. 7-3, Kilo 6, Mike, Tango Sierra, Delta Mike 6. Oh.
Yeah, nothing like waking up to banging garbage cans at 6 or 7 in the morning, huh? About 3 hours before rise.
Nah, I usually don't hear them, man. It's pretty quiet, and it's quite a ways from the place here. But anyhow, it's all good, Mike.
Well, you got rubber garbage cans. That's why you don't hear them.
What?
You have rubber garbage cans. That's why you don't hear them.
No, I was joking. What? Like I can't hear, Mike.
Okay. Good night, Mark. Good night, Rob. Good night, Aaron. I'm going to go away by K6MYC clear.
73, Mike.
Yeah, 73, Rick, and we'll see you, well, maybe we'll see you on Wednesday again, maybe Thursday, 73.
73, KM6SR, going QRT.